Well, guys, we made it to Friday. It's officially Friday, and I'm so happy about that. I feel like my voice tends to carry, so I think I'm gonna shut the windows and stuff in here because I think it's gonna get too loud as I talk. What's up, Sophie? How you doing? This time I'm streaming later, but did you wake up early? I felt kind of bad. It's Champs! The whole team is coming in. What? How's everybody doing? I'm so happy it's Friday. That right there, I'm celebrating. What happened? We lost somebody. Where'd you go? Um, I stayed up all night. We're all alive. Yay. Okay. Good, good, good. I have a little more time today because today's Friday and I feel like I don't have to worry so much about strictly managing my schedule to make sure I can balance my work schedule. So hopefully it makes for a more fun stream. Well, right now you're chatting, so if you weren't, that would be very concerning. That would be very concerning. What can outfit check? My husband got me the top. It's from Uniqlo, I think. And I'm wearing jeans because it's Friday. What do I want to make? The tattoos? Say cute tattoos. Thank you. I'm wearing PJs because it's Friday. Yay! You know, I was considering that, but I don't know. I don't know exactly how fun I want the stream to be. If you know what I mean. Speaking of fun, what do I want to make for dinner? Got options. Why? That's too sophisticated. LOL. Crack me up. I think I have some wine. Some rice wine. Huh. What do I want to make? And I realized something bad. I'm out of onions, which is like I don't know how I don't know how that happened, but I'm upset about it. I'm wearing PJs too because it's 4. I should go put some PJs on instead of my work clothes. What do I want to make? Can't you see I'm thinking? I wish we had tomato sauce because I could go for pasta right now, but I am definitely not driving to the store. What else do we have? We have chickpeas. Maybe I can do something with the chickpeas. Um, and my cramps went away like an hour ago. Should celebrate. Sometimes it's not what you guys say, it's the way you say it that makes me laugh. Like yesterday, I was walking through like the city and I saw a rat run across the sidewalk and I was like, oh wow, a rat. And then Ronaldo was like, a rat. That made me think of Pokemon. It's the way he wrote it. It made me think of Pokemon Go. I've not played that game in a long time. It was a rat. Like, like Stuart Little or Ratatouille. What's his name? What's the rat in Ratatouille? What is his actual name? Because his name is definitely not Ratatouille. I want to say it's Remy. Now that I think about it. And Cinderella had mice too, but I have no idea. I don't remember what their names were. It is Remy? Yay! 1 point for Gryffindor. Maybe I should put some seasoning on them. They look like that feeling when you're so happy. It's your Ravenclaw. Really? I think the last time I took the test, I was Hufflepuff. Did I tell you about Squid Games today? No, you. Squid Games? What's going on? Should I be scared? What happened to my guys? Where's all my stuff? I don't have my thing. I don't have my little black pepper grinder thingy. So now I have to use habanero pepper, which is going to make it kind of too spicy. I think they need pepper. First time I took the test, I got Hufflepuff, and then a year later, I got Ravenclaw. Maybe I should take the test again. If I take the test again, I'll let you know what I get. Me and my friends are dressing up and going to the mall like OMG. I was like, what's so like for Harry Potter, there's different houses in Harry Potter. And like it's associated with like different, I guess, like talents and personalities. So that's a test we're talking about. I actually wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter as a kid because my family, I grew up very, very religious. I'm still religious, but I didn't like watch it until I was old. It's called Pottermore. Okay. That's where you get the official test result, the certificate. We're going to watch Superman today. I have already seen Superman. No, I will not give you spoilers, even if you say pretty please, so don't try it. You won't get a peep out of me. No spoilers. Maybe we need some paprika. I guess I don't have any. Yes, the new Superman. I went to go see it in theaters. And some rice, maybe. You already saw like a quarter of it? The ending quarter or the beginning quarter? Yes, it was in English. It was in English, but I'm pretty sure it had Japanese subtitles. But I think for me, since I since a lot of the stuff I consume kind of has subtitles, I wasn't totally paying attention, but I'm pretty sure it had subtitles. Until they go inside of Superman's hideout of ice. Okay. Well, no spoilers from me. So I'm not going to say anything about it. The movie's pretty new, so probably there's still a lot of people who haven't seen it. I feel like it's safe to assume. I didn't even know there's a new Superman. I was too busy waiting for Zombies 4. Zombies? It's Chips. You're gonna have to go that one alone. I'm too scared. Yes, I admit it. I'm too scared. Better not. I'll call Superman on you. I feel like when I was younger, I was not really super into superheroes, but there was a point where they had like I don't know, Justice League as Happy Meal toys or some sort of fast food toy, and I had Wonder Woman, and I really liked her. But I think I ended up destroying her lasso, her Justice lasso. Um, a family movie, LOL, and not very realistic. A Disney Channel sing-songy movie. You said you love Wonder Woman? I liked the new one. I liked the new Wonder Woman, but I felt like it was a little bit sad for me. Like I would have liked if she got to keep her mans. That was my issue with it. But to the Disney Channel sing-songy movie, are you saying Superman was, in your opinion? It's Chips. I'm curious. Oh no. Sophie, you're gonna get me demonetized. And I'm not even monetized. And you're gonna get me demonetized. You want me to get in trouble? For some reason that reminds me of I saw this Japanese dad and his little boy, and like the little boy was like climbing on like the fence near the street. The kid was not in danger. He was like on the safe side, but he kept climbing and you could see them like their body language like arguing back and forth, like the kid's like not wanting to like leave the fence alone. And so then the dad's like, I'm gonna leave you, and then the kid was like You're not gonna leave me. It kept on doing whatever he was doing. Superman ain't even Disney. I mean, technically, no. YouTube, please don't demonetize her just to demonetize her. Please, YouTube, I'll do anything. Well, fortunately for you, Sophie, I'm not monetized. I think once you get once you become eligible to be monetized, they can demonetize certain videos without demonetizing all of them. But if you want to talk about booty cheeks or I don't know, curse words or things that get people very angry, they probably will demonetize the specific video that was questionable. You know what I mean? Was watching Disney, then fell asleep. Woke up watching this. Man, I don't know why when you said watching Disney, I thought of the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I feel like Disney back in my day. Back in my day, I think it was more fun. A little more fun. Oop, I'm making a mess. I can't believe I'm out of onions and I don't have any tomato sauce. It's no point in getting mad about it now. I'm starting to formulate an idea of what I want to do for food, for the overall meal as we're talking. Look at the signs after the word Disney. Okay, later I will. I mean, I think there's so many of the movies that I thought were really cute as a kid, but there were some there was shortly after my mom died, me and my siblings decided to watch every single Disney movie. And we tried to watch some of them and we're like, oh no, this is extremely disturbing. It's not oh, Cinderella. It's actual monsters that will actually scare kids. And we're like, what's up with that? But Disney, the old school Disney, in my opinion, has some cute stuff. We have a lot of tomato sauce. Sophie, can you share me a can of tomato sauce? I could really use it right now because I'm too lazy to drive to the store. Why is it still with Sophie? You said let me think. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Or I could just Remy it and pop up in the kitchen and borrow the things I need for the recipe. It's so interesting, how if you reframed the story, it could be Remy as the villain, where the one guy just has the dream of getting a good score for his restaurant, and then this rat just keeps showing up. Oh man, I think that's satire and nostalgia. Oh yes, rice. I need rice. I need some rice. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I should air fry these. I'm being exceptionally. We have rice like 95% of the days. Okay, like it's not. If it was up to me, we probably would eat something else. But this is a collaborative environment, and you know what? We don't really eat meat because I don't cook meat. You know, so only time we have like my husband would get meat is if like he goes out to get some or he makes it himself. So I feel like having rice often is okay. But I'm personally more of a potatoes. I am more of a potato. I'm personally more of a potatoes girly. I hope this comes out good. I've never done this before. Okay. Take your time. Be safe. Be good. Yeah, that part. I mean, I finally made the how to use the restroom in Japan video this week, which I'm actually really proud of myself for doing because this week has been very busy. And I think I could have made it more cinematic, like fancier and stuff. Um, maybe I'll have to do like a 2.0 version and make it like more cinematic. That's the thing though, like sometimes like I feel like if I didn't try to schedule like the content and make sure it goes out on time and I just sat and played around with one video forever, I might do way too much to it. I need to learn DaVinci, like a different editing software, because the one that I have is kind of like the only one that I know how to use. I really don't have to learn DaVinci. I could get iMovie because I think I've used that before. I think that's what I used to use when I first started. And I could probably figure that out. Don't mind me. I'm just rambling about video editing. If you guys want to interrupt my train of thought, please go for it. I'm just happy it's Friday. Honestly, this morning I woke up at like 3 a.m. and I couldn't go back to sleep. And then my sister had messaged me and she was like, "Are you awake?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's like 3 a.m." And then I fell asleep again. And then my alarm went off at like 4:30. And I woke up and I went back to sleep, which was like danger zone. And I woke up an hour later and I had to rush. I'm listening while watching Phineas and Ferb. Oh, darn it. I forgot that if too many things are going at the same time, it like causes an issue for power. That's not good. My dog is being a menace most nights and just kicking me. Maybe he or she is hot or cold. Cold, 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 cold. But I kid you not, my dog used to dream about chasing squirrels or something because he would be in his sleep, like running like that. And anybody in his path is gonna get like scurried on. Believe it or not, at some point before we moved, we had oven mitts, and now we don't. No, he's just a pain in the butt. It looks like you're holding diapers. No, it's paper towels. And that's not good. Um, yeah, they're not diapers, they're paper towels. But I could see how they would look like that on the camera. Interesting. Oh yeah, I was making the rice that Sophie was complaining about. I think this one's almost done. What I need to do is go back to Costco and get the jumbo bag of Costco rice. Because I'm telling you, that bag was big enough to last for months. Trying to see if I can just welcome back. I'm measuring your favorite rice. My one of my uncles, I think, used to say, like, how did everything go? How did it go? Or something like that. And I think, like, honestly, he did it just so people would give him like the side eye. He would say, did everything come out okay? Whenever someone would go to the restroom. And everybody would just look at him like, that's grody, but okay. You know how like some people just have like an off sense of humor? So you just have maybe I honestly think it's inherited. Who? Me? I was gonna try and just use one thing of rice, but unfortunately, it looks like I'm gonna have to open another one because it's not enough. And I really didn't want to have to do that. So maybe what I need is a glass of wine. That's what I need. Like that would be fantastic right now. Okay, listen. Can we all just agree? Can we all just agree together? Okay? Can we just all make an agreement right now that we're not gonna tell Gordon Ramsay anything about how I use knives? Furthermore, can we agree that I get an exception to misusing tools and appliances because I'm left-handed? Because I feel like I should get like 2 free passes there. And that was without the glass of wine. Man, where's Rebecca Black when you need her? I need the Friday song. I was watching Gordon Ramsay earlier. He's fascinating to me. Like, he really is so fascinating. Like, I don't think I would ever want to work with somebody like that because I think it would just, like, F up my vibe, for lack of better words. But the fact that, like, he gets so upset over the smallest things is just so fascinating to me. Like, he'll be like, it's burnt! Can we just say it's well done? Like, let's take a deep breath here. I think maybe he's being so harsh on them because like they're technically like supposed to be professional chefs, so it's like they should know better or whatever. But like on the shows where like they're competing and they have like a time limit, like they're like in a live kitchen and like people are customizing orders or the customers are being unreasonable or whatever, like I feel for them. He says whatever he wants, like he has no feelings, but he does. Yeah, I think also with TV, like reality TV, they probably coach people to lean into certain elements. Like Judge Judy as well, like she has like a very like type A and direct personality, and I'm sure they told her to lean into her personality too. But I've seen a lot of empathy from both of them. You know, like when somebody really needs it, sometimes they seem like they can be there for that person. But I'm saying I would be the one making mistakes because I'd be like, man, he's already over there red. He's sweating. He's coming too close to my station. What is beeping? Why are we beeping? Okay. See what I mean? Just talking about him. But some of those shows, like that, where they're cooking stuff, like I want to say it's Master Chef, where they have to like come up with things from surprise boxes and stuff. Like to have that level of creativity is pretty incredible. Not gonna lie. I need to turn this off before it does burn. He's very good looking for an old man. Yeah, I think he's actually pretty good looking too. Why are we beeping? What's happening? The reason I'm concerned about the beeping is because our house has gas. The stove has gas. So if it continually beeps, then there's a chance that the gas could be just like going and going, which is like kind of a safety hazard. Yep, it's the gas monitor, and I don't know how it knows. Yeah, I don't know how it knew. Self-destructive 3, 2. No, it's supposed to prevent that. Okay, okay, okay. I'll turn it off. Are we okay? No more beeping. The the beeping on the stove though is supposed to let you know if it feels like there's too much gas going on because it could be a safety risk. And the other one is just beeping to let me know it's turning off. But the cacophony of beeps is kind of annoying. Okay. Oh, that's done. And so that means I can start the rice. Yeah. Let's just start the rice. More beeps. It beeps all the time, except for that doo-doo-doo-doo. That one is like concerning. Cause that one sounds like the gas sensor. You're hungry? Me too. Today for lunch I had Soy Joy, which is like a healthy bar, health product. Like Cliff Bar or something, but like a Japanese type version. I mean, it's not like the same texture as Cliff Bar, but like that's the idea. Like fruits and nuts and stuff like that. I had black sesame, fruit and cheese flavored bar, and fig. But the thing is, I've noticed like anytime I ever offer anybody else the soy doy bar, they don't want it. Like they're like, "Oh, you want one?" Because I have plenty. Today's lunch was a chicken sandwich with Chick-fil-A sauce and fries. That actually sounds pretty good. Man, we used to live like maybe 10 minutes away. Those are even more healthy, of course. So I support that. We used to live like 10 minutes from girl Chick-fil-A. They always be making people mad because they always have a line into the street and people are just like queuing up and waiting, and like the service there is like kind of famous for being like, white glove service when it comes to fast food. So they're always like super friendly and cheerful. Oh, what do you want today? And so people wait for like forever for like their orders to be made. And like near where we used to live in Texas, it would be like, how do I describe this? The store would be here, and then the parking lot would be here, and then turning into the street would be here, and people would be all the way down here waiting in line to get into the parking lot, to get into the drive-through to get their order. Ah, that's fair. Fair point. I just like their fries. They had some pretty good waffle fries that I could go for right now. Mm, yeah, you just use both your knife passes. What? There's not a limited. That's not how it works. There's not supposed to be a limited number of knife passes. That's not fair. Crocodile Dundee, I said hi. You know, honestly, growing up, that was like part of my obsession with Australia was like the pop culture because it's just there's so many larger than life celebrities that have come from Australia, and it just made me so curious. And when I was taking my personal trainer certification classes, and I would be staying up late studying, Bondi Rescue, which is like another Australian show, was like what got me through my study course. You're leaving? What? 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 Are you going to the mall now? Well, before you go, hold on. Let me give you your hugs. Hugs, gently. What was I going up here for? Oh, yes, my glass, so I can have some wine. That's what I want. At 4 a.m.? No. Good point. I mean, that would make for a very memorable trip. You just wanted to see all the shirtless guys on Bondi Beach. I mean, to be fair, the shirtless guys were definitely not a negative point. But it was interesting watching the rescues too, and like the technical side of it, like the first aid and like some of the unique injuries that people would get. And then like the terminology, like they'd be like, oh, he's out back or something, he's out the back or something. And I'm like, huh? You know? And just like some of the like banter between the guys was really cute. Like I guess there was one lifeguard that wanted to like come back for another season and he didn't pass the physical, and like everybody like rallied around him, and I thought that was really sweet. And there was a guy with really long hair. He was like one of my favorites. He had like really long blondish brown hair, and he dislocated his arm on the jet ski. I think he rode it up onto the beach too fast, and then he tried to stop it, but his arm was extended, so it like popped it backwards and dislocated it. And I was like, dang, that would hurt. If you've ever dislocated a joint before, it's not fun. I will tell you that it's definitely not fun. You know what? I don't really want this. I want something else. Let me get a different one. I dislocated my left shoulder several years ago. And then afterwards, because at the time, I was working my way through a martial arts course, and I didn't want them to kick me out of the course for being injured. Before I say this, don't do this. Never do this. Never ever do this. This is not advice, okay? This is what I did. Advice and what I did are two different things, especially in this case. But yeah, I dislocated my arm. Somebody else dislocated my arm. And then I realized it was dislocated, and it kind of popped back into place. And then later I was cleaning and it dislocated again. So I went and asked one of the guys in my building, because like my housing situation at the time was kind of like almost like a dormitory. It wasn't a dormitory, but you get the idea, kind of like a dormitory. So I asked one of the guys, hey, can you discreetly, on the low, pop my shoulder back in place, and we won't tell anybody so I don't get kicked off my martial arts course. And he relocated my shoulder, but it hurt more putting it back in than it going out. Like, it was so painful that, like, I felt like the world went black and I saw stars at the same time. But it was very memorable. It was very memorable. And he successfully put it back in place. It didn't come back out after that. Oh, although I feel like from time to time, it's still just a little funky every once in a while. And I kind of blame that on dislocating it, and then not taking a break afterwards. But on the bright side, I finished my martial arts course, so I'm not too mad at it. You know, you win some, you lose some. I'll call that one a win. Glass of wine. I went and got some Ume wine because I think that's going to taste better. No, definitely not. I'm too clumsy. No, but I feel like if it came down to it and there was like an actual fight between myself and a similarly sized person, I could hold my own. Do I want that? No, absolutely not. But the course was fun. And it was worth dislocating and relocating my arm. So that is my opinion on that. Speaking of ninja, hold on, hold that thought. Speaking of being a ninja, we took a ninja class in Kyoto, which I kind of feel like we have to go back and do it again someday because we didn't record it, but we took photos there and that was fun. They taught us like how to disappear behind a door and like be stealthy. How to throw some different weapons. We even had like I don't remember the technical name of the weapon, but it was like you could use it to like you send out like blow darts. That was cool. If I can find the photo, I'll share it. It might be on Instagram, to be completely honest. But if it's not on Instagram and I can find it, I'll post it after the live stream. But like we got to wear like an all black uniform and everything. I think the hardest thing about the ninja training was there was like a portion of the training where they had us like put like bowls and stuff on our head and then like walk stealthily. That's a tall order, you know? Because just when you feel like you're walking is starting to look cool and stuff, then the bowl falls. And then, if that's not happening, then they're like, oh, you're not walking right. And you're not. So you have to try and do both things at once. This is a different kind of vegetarian meat from yesterday, but I don't want it to go to waste. So we're adding it to the stew. As you can see, I'm in a good mood, and this is definitely not technical cooking. So it reminds me of what's his name? Will on a Whim, his YouTube channel. He is like absolutely hilarious to me because like sometimes he'll just be doing stuff and he'll be like wigging out for nothing. Like one time he was He was like, I'm live streaming right now, and you guys are in my house. So what does that make you guys? Intruders. And I was like, huh? We're having frozen pizza. So if you guys are having frozen pizza, do I get a pass for throwing together whatever I can find in my kitchen? Or because that's basically what I'm doing. Some frozen pizzas are really good though, not gonna lie. But here, I don't think they're just this ones. Again, with the limited passes. Okay, I'm gonna need you to give out at least a 6-month supply with renewals. Because I feel like you're just being a little bit, you're clutching your pearls too much. You know, let me live. Mm-mm. You go back in there. You heading out? Have a nice dinner. See you later. That's kind of rare that we have dinner at the same time. Enjoy your one and only mix or whatever. Thank you. I will. I will. As well as my wine. I think I put it in the fridge. I'm gonna move you guys to over here. Hold on. A little bit too enthusiastically cooking right there. This is like not 100% cooked at this point. But hopefully it will brown up a little bit. Yeah, all of this needs a little more time to cook, except for the pumpkin. I honestly think the pumpkin just might be done. What did I just drop? I can't believe I went back to sleep today. Not good. Because I think it would kind of be okay if I had like a backup alarm set or something. That was my backup alarm. And I slept after that alarm went off, I went to sleep and I did not wake up until like an hour later. Crazy. It's just that I had a hard time going to sleep last night. I don't know what that is. Probably my cat's hairs. Had a hard time going to sleep last night, and then once I did go to sleep, then I woke up at like 3 a.m. for some unknown reason. It's that part. But it's fine. Today is Friday. Oh man. Let me cut this pumpkin. Yeah. Maybe I should cut a little more. I don't want to waste any of it by cutting the end. I've been trying to grow like some seeds for this kind of pumpkin for like the last week, and the seed just won't sprout. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like maybe it's too hot? I don't know. I'm having a very hard time to get the pumpkin to grow. I feel like I could easily eat this before I add it to the food, which is not good. Buy things literally because, or like mostly because it was on sale. Because I admit to buying some of these veggies because they were on sale. So I need to let that cook for a little bit. Let me get my wine. We got like six more minutes until the rice is done. I'm gonna let the potatoes cook for about that much time and make some bacon, some vegan bacon. And I think I'm gonna sign off. See you guys later. Bye.